Hello there, my name is Elias. I am the one and only host of this shitty, let's call it show. I will tell you who am I voting for US presidency, so stay tuned. Now let me tell you who am I voting for. I will vote for.
Then you don't have what it takes to be in this job.
Nothing. I'm pledging over allegiance, nigga, fuck the president's speeches. I'm baptized by America and covered in leeches.
Apparently you can't vote if you're not a US citizen, so you will ask me, why in the fuck you made this video, Elias? Because everyone else is doing one. And plus I have some shit to talk about elections. And because I have such a big influence, plus with my 14 millions and 6 subscribers, I have to be careful about what I am talking about. So let's begin.
This shit is run by fake Christians, fake politicians. Look at their mansions and look at the conditions you live in.
Well, it's finally election day and it looks like we'll be going to the polls in record numbers. But after the last voter has pulled the handle, punched the card or touched the screen, how will they count all those votes and how do they make sure the votes are counted accurately and fairly? As soon as the last voter has voted, the election judge at each polling place makes sure poll workers have sealed all of the ballot boxes and then sends the sealed ballot boxes to a central vote counting facility. This is usually a government office, like a city hall or county courthouse, where computerized voting machines are used. The election judge will send the media on which the votes are recorded to the counting facility. The ballot boxes or computer media are usually transported to the counting facility by sworn law enforcement officers. At the central counting facility, certified observers from the political parties or candidates watch the actual vote counting to make sure the count is fair. You should know that in almost all elections, some votes will be lost or incorrectly counted due to voter mistakes, voting equipment malfunctions, or errors on the part of election officials.
They try to frame you and say you was trying to sell drugs and throw a federal indictment on niggas to show you love.
From local elections to presidential elections, officials are constantly working to improve the voting process, with the goal of making sure that every vote is counted and counted correctly. The problem I have is with this part. At the central counting facility, certified observers from the political parties or candidates watch the actual vote counting to make sure the count is fair. How can I be sure that the votes are correctly counted or if they are counted and considered at all? Maybe the president is elected even before the election day comes, and they make this masquerade just to make us believe that we will decide who will lead our country. Now that you know why I don't trust the elections, I am sure that lots of people with more knowledge will explain to me why should I believe that our votes are considered, and this is not just a parade to make us believe that we have a say. To be honest, I followed the debates and news with stuff and things and I really don't like none of those two candidates. Hillary Clinton and Trump are both a bad candidate. Apparently Hillary wants to begin a war and Trump. Wait for it. The trouble with Donald Trump is not, as Jeb Bush and others would have it, that he's not a true conservative from any perspective.
The dirty water that bleaches your soul and your facial features, drowning you with propaganda that they spit through the speakers. And if you speak about the evil that the government does, the Patriot Act attracts you to the type of your blood.
The trouble with Trump is not that his policy positions on immigration, ISIS, healthcare, social security, or whatever don't stand up to a moment of casual scrutiny. That we're even talking about his positions means that we've already progressed to the dangerous stage 2 of the Trump phenomenon, as if his stated views are the standard by which Trump ought to be judged. A huge victory for him right there. The trouble with Trump is that he is, by temperament, by experience, and by character, utterly unqualified to be President of the United States. He is a buffoon. That's why his campaign is a joke, not the merits or otherwise of his alleged policies. All he brings to the table is a lot of money and a talent for publicity. These are not worthless assets in a presidential candidate. Trump is right, unfortunately, that his billions free him from the need to raise money, with all the dispiriting and time-consuming compromises that entails. And, of course, He is not the first politician with a knack for drawing attention to himself. Hillary Clinton's problems?
All they talk about is terrorism on television. They tell you to listen, but they don't really tell you their mission. They funded Al-Qaeda, and now they blame the Muslim religion, even though Bin Laden was a CIA tactician.
Listen to this. Dr. Jill Stein, the Green Party candidate, joined Fox News Channel's special report on Thursday, where she answered a question from Charles Krauthammer about whether or not she is worried about helping Donald Trump get elected. I will feel terrible if Donald Trump gets elected, and I will feel terrible if Hillary Clinton gets elected, Stein said. Equally so? Krauthammer asked. Yes, she said. Hillary Clinton wants to start an air war over Syria with a nuclear-armed power, Russia, with 2,000 nuclear weapons on hair-trigger alert. Given Hillary Clinton's record not only in Iraq, but in Libya, I think this is as dangerous as it gets. Donald Trump wants to bar Muslims from entering into this country, but Hillary Clinton has been very busy bombing Muslims in other countries, she said. And I will end with this. I may or may not make a follow-up video.
Fuck the government.
It's tough for head right now because Al-Qaeda and some of these former Baathists are killing innocent Iraqis and killing our soldiers in order to try to get us to leave.
They say the rebels in Iraq still fight for Saddam, but that's bullshit. I'll show you why it's totally wrong. Cause if another country invaded the hood tonight, it'll be warfare through Harlem and Washington Heights. I wouldn't be fighting for Bush or white America's dream. I'll be fighting for my people's survival and self-esteem. I wouldn't fight for racist churches from the South, my nigga. I'll be fighting to keep the occupation out, my nigga. The government, the government, the government, the government.
Peace, I'm out.